My wife and I just got back from 2 major international trips, and when I got home, I saw my Land Cruiser looking like this. And I went to turn on my Land Cruiser to see if I could pump some air in it, but the battery was completely dead. Actually, it was so dead to the point to where I couldn't unlock all the doors. I could only unlock the door that had the key because nothing was working. There was no juice, absolutely no juice to that Land Cruiser. But thankfully, I had purchased this battery charger from Amazon about a year ago, and this thing has been kind of rolling around in my car for several months. I've helped out a couple of people that needed this, but I haven't personally used it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I used it to start up my completely dead Land Cruiser, and I'm also going to say why I personally recommend you adding this to your recovery bag. Instead of just jumper cables, you might want to consider having one of these things in there. So let's get started. All right, let's go over really briefly how to use this thing. So this battery pack will come with some jumper cables. You're going to connect those to the battery pack, and you'll notice that it'll start flashing green and red, which basically means it's ready to go. Then you're going to connect your cables to your battery, and if they're connected properly, it's going to turn green and it's going to stay on. Now, if it keeps flashing green and red, it means you either have a bad ground or you need to clean up your battery terminals. But if it is staying green, then you're good to go, and you'll start hearing a clicking sound. That, I believe, means that it's sending a charge to your battery. So because my battery is completely dead, I let it do that little clicking sound for about 30 seconds, and then I walked over and gave it a crank. It didn't crank the first time because it didn't have enough power, but the second time it cranked right up. And I like to leave it plugged in for another 30 seconds or so it continues to give it power, just to make sure that it's good to go. And that's the entire process. Super simple. Alright, now let's talk about why I personally like this charger. Well, compared to jumper cables, I think it's much better, just because as long as this thing is charged, you can jump your battery without the help of anybody else. I had to jump my brother-in-law's truck recently, and his was all the way in his garage. He hadn't used it for a while, and to have to pull his truck out of the garage and jump it would have been a mess. But thankfully I had this thing and it was super easy. Also, this thing is super compact and it fits just about anywhere compared to the conventional battery chargers that really don't. This one that I used is called the Nextpow 12 volt. I'll link it in the description. I think it's on sale right now on Amazon, but make sure you do your research and make sure you get the right one for your vehicle personally. So depending on the type of vehicle that you have, how big your engine is, that's going to depend on which one you should get. But that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you're into Land Cruisers, if you're into off-roading, feel free to check out my other videos. I do a lot of videos on that. Thanks for watching and have a good one.